Okay, so I am struggling a little bit putting together the instructional design part of it. I'm not a teacher and I've never taught a class or anything, so I'm still pretty new to organizing those ideas and what I want to teach and everything. So I wanted to show you what I've been working on in the world. Um, so, like for example, this tic-tac-toe board is just prints that have an edited texture. It's an illustration I made and I edited on Photoshop and I put the title on top and I uploaded to these prints. And then I just copied all these prims here. And then to each prim, I've added a code uh, right here, which tells it that when I click on it, it gives me the option of selecting either the O or the X, or I can reset the prim. So when people are here and um, we want to make this, so the idea for this course is to help educators make their world interactive. So it's not just a place to gather and teach lessons and everything, but also try to put in a gamification as part in there to make it interesting and fun for students to want to keep coming back. So when you click on a card, you could put the O, and then it'll switch to the O, and then this one, if you click on the X, it'll go to the X, and then two people can play at the same time. And then when you're done, you can just reset the beat and it'll go back. So that's old script. And this sensory table I've made here, I'm working on this, and this could be an idea for like a science teacher, um, someone that wants to show, a different, what different scripts can do to objects. So, like this has a script that lights it up, and I won't really be getting into how to write the scripts because a lot of this I have put together from different scripts that I find on the internet for free. Um, so I will have these scripts available for the students, especially for the short course, the 60 minute one. So this one lights up, and this one appears and disappears, and this one will turn off. It'll stop going up and down. This one will just keep rising. And there's really a lot you can do with code. I mean, I've seen people create like labs and have these items mix and do sort of like science experiments. So it's really interesting what you can do with this code. And really, I mean, that's the really important thing to be able to code because then you can apply uh, the effects to any prim you design. So I had it right on here. Okay, so then this is part of just one letter of the book that I wrote for the children's book I wrote, and I had this idea for like teachers who wanted to do like a book reading or read something, and this book is a riddle book. So like the first part is the riddle I wrote, and it asks the question based on what the reading is. I'm a big cat. There's no doubt about that. And I'm fierce even though I'm compact. My name starts with a J. What am I? So then, the kids or the students can try to guess or whatever, and then the teacher clicks on the oh, get out of here. Clicks on the board again, and it reveals the answer. So that could work for any kind of material that they have that they can come up with a riddle or a question and an answer that they want to have a big group participate in. Um, and then the idea that I had for the course is actually the Jeopardy board. which is on the other side of the island here. And this Jeopardy board again is just a prim, and it's got an edited here, an edited texture in there that I edited in Photoshop, and I added. I don't expect people to add this much detail in the 60-minute course, which is why I'm just making them do like a little tiny one. And for example, this is the only button I've been able to make right now. So if they click on it, it'll have the same code as the other board. It'll reset back to the 200, and then the teacher can put in the question in there, and I still have to edit because it should be bigger. And then once the kids are there or the students are participating, and once they if they come up with an answer or whatever, they can click on it, and you can click on answer, and it'll give you the answer, just like a Jeopardy game. So once I'm done coding this one, then I can make copies, because it'll have the same code, and I just have to replace the textures, which are the images. So this could be used for like an art history class, or it could be used for social studies class. It's a type of assessment. So, but it's a fun assessment. So it's a fun quiz. And then one last thing, which I was really excited about, and I'm not sure if it's very educational or not. I mean, it's a soccer field, but I just thought that in terms of making these environments more interactive and more fun to be in, I just came up with something. I mean, I'm a huge soccer fan, so one of the most interesting codes I have been able to find is the bouncing ball. So from two big prims, I just uploaded these two textures, and the second prim is that large one, and it's just hollowed out, and I wrapped the texture around so it looks like you're in a real stadium. And I built, the goals here, and these balls are just spheres that have the soccer ball texture in it, and they have the special, script for rolling, which is very long. And then if you run through them, zoom out here. So you actually can interact with these balls. I mean, they'll just bounce around everywhere. I mean, and just think of having a group of students here playing soccer and just making it really interactive and, really interesting, and more than just a good experience like I had at the conference. I had never been in a virtual world. I never played any games. I really wasn't allowed to play video games or anything. So that was like my first time, and I really enjoyed being in an educational place. That it was fun and engaging, and I just wanted to see if we could make it even more interactive and more engaging. So that's what I've been working on. This is what the course is going to be about. Thank you.